Hello guys, today we're gonna solve 1480 question from LeetCode running sum of 1z array. Given an array nums, we define running sum of an array as running sum I equal to sum nums at index 0 to nums of I. Return the running sum of nums. As the input given here 1, 2, 3, 4, the output should be 1, 3, 6, 10. The idea is that every time we run a index of array, it gets added to each other. So basically, first it's gonna be 1, then the second index of an array will be 1 plus 2, then 1 plus 2 plus 3, 1 plus 2, 3, and 4. So basically this is very simple accumulator kind of problem. So first let's create our accumulator. We'll call it total, initialize with 0, accumulator. And what this accumulator does is it's gonna store all the values in the nums. So it's gonna collect all the values at the index of nums, and each time the loop iterates. And let's create our this part of the code will be the so basically n is gonna store the size of a vector. We can call it counter for the for loop, and we are ready to use our for loop. Int I at 0, initialize to 0. Every time I is less than an n, I gets incremented. And inside the for loop, what we're gonna do is total will accumulate all the values from the nums vector at the index I. Every time this for loop runs, total will collect all the values from the nums vector. So first it will go into index 0, then 1, 2, 3, until it reaches to the end to accumulate all the values from nums. And the second part will be nums I will get the values from the total. This part of the code is gonna store the total values into nums I. So idea here is first total will collect the value from nums at the index 0, meaning that nums at the index 0 is 1, and nums at the index of 0 will store the value from the total. So nums at the index 0 is 1, so total stores total will store 0, and nums I, meaning nums 0, will store 1 in itself. And the second, when it comes to the first index, total will collect 2, and it already has 1. So total now will have 3, and nums at the index 1 will get the value 3 from the total, as you can see here, and so on until the last element of the vector is met. And after that, for loop will will be done. At the end of the function, we're just gonna return the nums vector back to the main function after all the sums has been done. We're gonna run the code to see if it works for the test cases, and yes it does. We're gonna submit it. As you can see here, it's faster than 100 online submissions, so we're good.